My husband keeps asking me what I do all day, so I made this day in the life of a mostly stay-at-home farm wife that nobody asked for. Every morning I make my ketones and collagen water and take a shot of NAD to support my cellular health. Don't forget to drink all your water. It's been raining and super muddy, so I put on my mud boots and headed over to the barn to pick up the cattle panels to move because we're tearing the barn down today. Then I took all my husband's decoys out of the shed. The rats have been living in here and it stunk, so Peter showed up to tear the barn down, so I got him straightened out and finished with the decoys. Stacked up the cattle panels where I had dropped them with the skid steer. Stuck the septic marker back in the ground. Took one last look at the barn. It's been here over 50 years. I feel kind of bad tearing it down, but it's completely rotten and falling over. It was kind of fun to watch him knock it down wall by wall. The barn was so moldy and gross, but the rats and raccoons absolutely loved it. Aren't they doing a good job? I headed into the house to sort the laundry. How do we create so much laundry? These socks and my husband's Crocs are quite the look. I unpacked the rest of our stuff from vacation. We went to Key West. Decided to organize my Pokey Pokes and my alcohol swabs. Then I unloaded the dishwasher and washed all of the crawfish stuff from yesterday. I absolutely love these trays. They're amazing. I love this window above the sink. Look how much progress they've made. I drained the crawfish pot that I'd been soaking overnight. 3, 2, 1, boom, she's gone. Drove down and said hi to my rescue cow mama. Isn't she adorable? I just love her. I needed to move the gate that I've been blocking off her hidey hole with because we're getting ready to clear out this whole corner. I turned around and noticed that Mama Cow was blocking the camera, so I sat here and honked at her for a while until she finally moved. She's just so cute. I love her. She's so sassy. My dad showed up with Mama Cow's new pen he bought from his neighbor for me. I noticed that our pressure valve was malfunctioning, so I called the well man. They are moving right along. I moved the old tin we had stacked up from the loafing shed over to their pile so they could take it to the recycling. Grabbed Mama Cow's trough and then took a minute to look to see what they were doing. This is where we're going to put Mama Cow's pen. It looked like it was going to rain, so I covered up the outdoor TV. I grabbed the buggy so I could move the corn from my truck into the buggy so I could fill up the deer feeders tomorrow. Then I laid out Mama Cow's pen where I want it. We're having to pin her up while we dig our pond because the gate's going to have to be open for the machines to run through. She's probably going to have to stay in here for about 2 weeks. She's going to be so mad when I lock her in here. Finished laying the panels out, so I moved the trailer to where my dad can come get it. I can't believe they're almost done. This went so fast today. I went and soaped up the coolers and the crawfish pot to get everything clean to put up in the barn. Am I the only one that loves crawfish this much? I can't believe the whole barn fit on the trailer. Then the welder came to pick up the shredder to replace the hinges. Look how much different our view looks. Holy moly. I immediately had to go and rescue the welder down the road because they got a flat tire. Thank goodness I have a generator in my truck. I picked up the chairs and then rolled up the crawfish boiler to take to the shop. Then I blew the porch off, which I have to do at least every other day because of all the dirt. Peter stopped by to let me know they were finished. Then my dad came and picked up his trailer. Like a good daughter, I hooked it up for him. Then I came outside and dried off all the crawfish trays so I could put them back up in the shop. Then I headed to the shop with the skid steer to tuck it in for the night. I went inside and cleaned my face because I was covered in grass and dirt. Then I decided to put some makeup on so I don't look like such a dumpster fire when my husband gets home tonight. I'm seriously obsessed with this makeup. It takes me 5 minutes and it makes me feel so much better. There she is. Always tell yourself you're pretty when you're done. Oops, I forgot to make the bed. Better late than never. I finished up the dishes for the day and then turned the oven on so I could get dinner started. Then I remembered today was a medicine day for Mama Cow. I headed to the barn and got some food for her and then headed back to the house to crush her pills up and mix in with the Hungry Jack syrup in her food. I headed down the hill to take her supper with her medicine and found her hiding in the woods. If you've made it this far, do you want to see more day in the life of a mostly stay-at-home farm wife videos?